Hi, welcome to another edition of Ion Gardening. My name's Tim Allen. I'm your show host. Welcome to the show today. We got something really cool for you. You're going to love this. Tim's going to show you some tips. They're going to save you a lot of back pain, going to save you a lot of time in designing and creating landscape beds for your home lawn. You got a big lawn, maybe you don't have a lot of plants, a lot of landscape beds, you want some shortcuts, we're going to show you that today. So sit back and get your sweet tea. Get your whoopee, get your favorite snack, don't go surfing away on Tim, and welcome to another edition of Ion Gardening. We're going to get started right about now. Now, here what I'd like to show you, check this out. You notice this nice, beautiful green grass? Hey, why is this stuff all brown and dead and scrappy over here? And what are all these squiggly lines? Well, what I've done is created a contoured bed here. Now, I want to talk to you about saving your back and saving a lot of labor. What I've done is on this landscape property, in this residential home, on the opposite side of the property, we have smooth flowing sculpting beds, and we have Laura Petalum. Now, Laura Petalum is a burgundy flower. It actually has burgundy leaves, and it's also nicknamed razzleberry in many portions of the country. So I wanted to create a bed over here following that beautiful scallop flowing line that they have on the other side of the home in the front, and I did that right here. I took a turf marking paint, which I'm going to show you how to do. It's an inverted can. It's not like a normal spray can of paint. You hold it upside down. You take this turf paint and you draw you the line of the bed that you want it to look like. See how I came up and flowed real nice, came along the back here and wrapped around? Then spray it with Roundup concentrate with your little hand sprayer. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to do all this. This has already been sprayed out and burned, and I did that so I could show you this. We're going to go to another bed, start over, and show you from the beginning how to get this done. Spray it out, hit it with Roundup. 7 to 10 days, once it's dead, then you go ahead and begin putting your plants in. Cut your holes out, drop your plants in, and again, you don't dig out the rest of the dead stuff. You're only digging out the hole to get your plants in. Put your plants down, then mulch it, leaving all of this behind. But there's some trim work and some things that I want to show you. Then we're going to go ahead and plant this bed. Then I want to show you the other bed that I've designed. It was a little simple round tree ring, and I said, hey man, this thing ain't got no pizzazz. It needs curb appeal. I'll show you what we did on that one. So I'm going to use my Echo. This is a Pro Attachment series. This is awesome. You can separate this. I've featured this in the show before. I'm going to put my trimmer attachment on and get started. Now you also got a weed eater attachment. You'll see me using it in this show where I pop this edger off, put a weed eater on there. But right now, let's go ahead and trim this out. What I want to do is follow my outer trim line. Now that's where I've sprayed the bed line, and that's the threshold where the healthy grass meets the sprayed grass that's totally dead. I want to go ahead and cut a little pattern out in there just to cut any roots or anything from the healthy grass that'll try growing back into the area that I killed. Now I'm going to go ahead and place my plants, and watch what I'm doing here. Don't start digging your holes first and getting ahead of yourself. Get your plants, set them where you want them. That way you can reposition them. Then you go back and plant them. So I'm going to get started, get these guys placed in here, make them look really, really nice. Now it's time to go ahead and get the plants in. I've got them placed, spaced evenly apart, draped nice and easy flow here. The reason spacing is important is you want them equal distances all the way around. You want everything balanced in the bed. So notice how evenly everybody's placed, about the same distance between each plant. Then you're ready to go. If one's closer than the other, it's going to look goofy when you stand back and take a look. So before I get started, I want to point something out here. You're gonna wanna employ some safety whenever you're doing this. Always try to get some protective glasses if need be, get them on. Now, I got a back brace here today. Why? Because I pulled my back, and I know it's probably happened to you, and if it hasn't, God bless you. If it does, you're gonna realize how much that hurts. These little simple back braces, I picked this up at Lowe's over in the tool section, about 11 bucks, and believe me, it's worth every penny. And it's gonna hold your core together when you're bending and stooping and digging and doing anything straining. If it's hot outside, yeah, it might be a little unpleasant, but a lot cheaper than chiropractic care, going over and over again, trying to fix you up. Then you gotta deal with the pain of a back injury, and it happens very easily. You'd be surprised. So I'm gonna go ahead, these are easy to put on, very flexible, slip it around your waist, okay, get it on just like this. There's Velcro tabs, pull it firmly. You want it tight. Now, there's a secondary piece, check this out, cinch it up, put more pressure. See, there's one on each side, check this out. Put more pressure on your core, holding everything firm up right in place. That'll keep you from throwing a disc out or pulling stuff. Well worth your time, well worth a few bucks, and well worth the effort to prevent injury. Now I'm gonna get started on these plants, and then we're gonna get some mulch down. I want you to see how pretty this is, and then we're gonna move on to another cool thing I've done in this landscape bed, and we'll talk about that then. Now, as soon as you got your plants in, before you put the mulch down, make sure you soak each individual plant thoroughly. Thoroughly drench them. Get plenty of water down, then put your mulch down. Then after the mulch is in, water the entire bed thoroughly. Now it's time to go ahead and get the mulch down. Now, to tie into the rest of my landscape, I ran over to Lowe's Garden Center, picked up some red cypress mulch. It's a standard cypress mulch that they've actually dyed. If you can think of some of the redwood furniture, that's kind of like the dye that they use here. They go ahead and treat this mulch, you give it a real nice finish, burgundy coloration. I want to put about 2 inches, maximum 3 inches, not too thick, not too thin. You're wanting to retain moisture. You're also wanting to discourage weed development. Now, mulch doesn't mean you're not going to get weeds. It means you're going to have a whole lot less. Now, I also want to tell you, when you're mulching these beds, don't pile the mulch deeply around the base of the plant. It's okay to snuggle it up under the plant. Don't suffocate the plant with putting too much mulch down. Now, just like we did to the other bed, it's time to go ahead where I've marked and sprayed and the Roundup's killed everything off. We're going to get into this bed. Now, I've got my Pro Attachment Series Echo trimmer. It's got the edger attachment on it. By the way, I've got my Echo eye protection here. Now, I know you caught me. Yeah, I'm always talking about safety. Well, I did that other edging and forgot to get my glasses. I know, you got me. But I'll tell you what, you need to do it. I got my glasses now. I'm going to tear into this. What I want to do is edge along the outer perimeter. I don't want any of the runners from the healthy St. Augustine trying to regrow back into the burned out area. Now, all this is dead, but those runners may come back to life from the healthy grass on the outer edges. So I'm going to cut that clean, put a tight, sharp edge. I'm going to follow this. Notice I've got an hourglass shape here. I've got a real cool design. Wait until you see what this looks like when I'm done. Alrighty then, now we got this all trimmed out. We're ready to rock and roll. We're going to get some plants. We're going to get them placed. Now, I picked pink snow on the mountain. Wait until you see these plants when they're installed. You're gonna love them. We're gonna get started. Get the plants over here and you get to watch. Now, with any newly installed plant material coming out of a pot, thoroughly soak and wet down the planting area. Drench it good, get it thoroughly watered in. If you don't, you're going to see some transplant shock and you're not going to be happy. Now, once I get these watered in thoroughly, I'm going to go ahead and get the mulch down. Got some red cypress mulch, just like I used on the other planting bed that we just put in. Then you're going to want to re-water again after the mulch is down.